Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about the possibility that GTA 6 might be going woke. According to some DEI employee certifications that have been highlighting the quiet shift that is threatening Rockstar Games as we know it to absolutely not deliver a quality product with GTA 6. Now let's get into this article here from that Park Place. It says, is GTA 6 woke? DEI employee certifications highlight the quiet shift threatening Rockstar Games. Is GTA 6 woke? Certain changes at Rockstar are giving gamers anxiety regarding the future of the long-running franchise. Is there any other video game in the world more anticipated right now than Grand Theft Auto 6? No, there isn't. I agree with that. GTA 5 was released in 2013 and sold like hot cocoa on a cold winter day at the North Pole. It's no surprise then that everyone and their mother is eagerly awaiting GTA 6. The wait has been long, 12 years and counting, and we still don't have the game in our hands. However, in 2023, Rockstar released the first GTA 6 trailer, and it was nothing short of stunning. Yet as quickly as the excitement for the trailer spread, concerns began to surface. People started asking, is it woke? After getting a glimpse at the game's new playable character, which is a woman, and they're saying it might be some type of Bonnie and Clyde type of game, where you can switch between the two characters. One of the notable shifts in GTA 6 is that it will introduce the series' first female protagonist, which is actually incorrect. There was a female protagonist, I believe, in either GTA 1 or 2, so that would not make this the first female protagonist. While every entry featured male protagonist, GTA 6 will include both a female and a male lead. This dual protagonist setup, however, has not fully alleviated the skepticism that some fans feel about the game. To be clear, criticizing the game solely because it includes a female protagonist isn't a valid argument. I agree with that 100%. Rockstar has a stellar record of delivering exceptional stories and well-written characters, from Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2 to the chaotic yet compelling trio of Trevor, Michael, and Franklin in GTA 5. Rockstar has consistently excelled at crafting characters that resonate with players. If the only concern is the inclusion of a female lead, that alone should not warrant criticism. In fact, the idea of a female protagonist in the GTA series isn't new. Back in 2011 or 2012, Dan Houser, Rockstar co-founder and writer, was asked if the series would ever feature a female lead. His response was clear. If the story called for it, then absolutely. It's even been speculated that before his departure from Rockstar in 2020, Houser had completed or was close to completing a treatment for GTA 6. Reportedly, the game was to draw inspiration from a Bonnie and Clyde style story influenced by Warren Beatty's Bonnie and Clyde and Tony Scott's True Romance. Bonnie and Clyde's awesome. If that's the case, Houser himself endorsed the idea of telling a compelling story that could work with a female protagonist. That should put this concern to rest, right? And yet there's another underlying issue here, one that points to a deeper worry about the future of Rockstar Games. If you've been paying close attention, you might have already noticed the first real concern. Dan Houser left Rockstar in 2020, yeah. When you know there's key creatives that leave, you know that something is bad. In 2023, Michael Unsworth, another veteran writer and key creative behind GTA 4, 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2, also left the company. Why did these departures happen? What's going on at Rockstar? To this day, no one really knows. Houser, notoriously private and media shy, has remained silent on the matter, and Unsworth's exit only adds to the uncertainty. Having seen many companies lose senior talent or founding creators, I know how often this spells trouble for their future projects. When the key people behind a studio's greatest successes are no longer involved, it raises valid concerns about the quality of their upcoming titles, similar to not having Joseph Staten for Halo or not having Casey Hudson for Mass Effect. It's kind of like that. In fact, the skepticism many gamers now feel about GTA 6 may not be entirely unwarranted, and not because of the inclusion of a female protagonist, but because of several of the individuals who helped helm Rockstar's best games are no longer part of the company. It's also important to acknowledge a broader trend that has fueled these concerns. Many gamers feel that sequels to beloved franchises previously renowned for strong storytelling and memorable characters have been increasingly replaced with lackluster writing and poorly conceived protagonists, hence why so many are asking if it's woke. This sentiment, often described as the quote-unquote replacement of strong male characters with so-called female Mary Sues, is not limited to gaming. People are probably wondering if the Gina chick from the new Indiana Jones game is going to be replacing Indiana Jones. We'll just have to wait and see when reviews come out. Similar criticisms have been leveled at films and TV shows. While I don't blame or judge those who feel this way, it's crucial that this fear doesn't blind us to nuance. There have indeed been instances where poorly handled creative decisions have alienated fans. For example, The Last of Us Part 2 faced backlash for its treatment of beloved characters. Star Wars The Last Jedi divided audiences over its portrayal of legacy characters, and concerns are already emerging about Ghost of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, because in Last of Us Part 2, obviously it's not a spoiler, but Joel is deleted by a brand new character, like a muscular character that would never exist in an apocalypse, so it makes no sense to the game. He was deleted off in the first 2 hours of the game after they put out false marketing that you would be playing as Joel in that game. Star Wars The Last Jedi obviously deleted off the greatest Jedi who ever lived, which was Luke Skywalker, in a very terrible fashion, basically overdosing on the Force. And Ghost of Yote, obviously the female protagonist replaced the male protagonist, but I wouldn't necessarily call that woke just yet. However, it's equally important not to leap to conclusions without evidence. Take, for instance, a recent picture released by Rockstar celebrating their female employees. Some use this as evidence to argue that GTA 6 will be woke or politically correct, but it's worth noting the image was posted back in 2019 to celebrate International Women's Day. Context matters, and while such skepticism reflects broader fears, we shouldn't let it overshadow a fair evaluation of the game itself. That said, there are legitimate reasons to worry about Rockstar's direction, specifically actions that hint at the possibility of a shift in the company's creative philosophy. These subtle signs raise questions about whether Rockstar might be headed toward a woke takeover. One notable example of Rockstar's shift came in 2022 when they censored content in the Grand Theft Auto 5 Expanded and Enhanced Edition, the supposed phobias of apparently. This updated version of the game removed elements that allegedly maligned individuals who identify with a gender that differs from their anatomy. These changes include the removal of certain caricatures, NPCs, and in-game props such as signage referencing drag performers. Dialogues perceived as mocking towards the rainbow community were also edited out because, of course, they can't be mocked. There are special unicorns who can't be mocked in a game like GTA, apparently. While some argued these changes were necessary to modernize the game, others saw it as a troubling sign of self-censorship. What makes this decision particularly concerning is its inconsistency with GTA's long-standing satirical identity. That's correct. The Grand Theft Auto series has always thrived on equal opportunity satire, mocking all aspects of American culture without singling out or shielding specific groups, which is why this would be the perfect time to obviously make fun of those types of people. From politicians to celebrities, no one has been spared from GTA's biting humor, yet the removal of content raises questions. Why censor only this? Why remove jokes about one group while leaving countless other instances of parody intact? Moreover, reports suggest that these edits were made due to internal pressures at Rockstar, with certain individuals pushing for the changes after Dan Houser's departure in 2020. No one should be shielded from jokes, by the way. This raises an uncomfortable question. Is Rockstar moving away from its fearless approach to satire in favor of a more sanitized, cautious tone? And of course, the larger question, is GTA 6 woke if they abandon this trademark? The very essence of GTA's humor has been its willingness to provoke and challenge societal norms, and decisions like these risk diluting what has made the series so distinctive. Such concerns become more pronounced when viewed alongside broader trends in entertainment, while similar self-censorship and fear of backlash have altered the creative direction of games, movies, and TV shows. For Rockstar, a company once celebrated for its audacity, this shift may signify deeper changes in its internal philosophy, changes that fans fear could undermine the bold storytelling that defined its greatest hits. And of course, to this day, in my opinion, San Andreas is still the best GTA, followed by GTA 5 and then Vice City. There's quite a few alarming factors at play for anyone wondering if it's woke, yet the gravest and perhaps most damaging revelation about Rockstar isn't found in its content edits or the departure of senior staff, but in what it can be uncovered about those who now work there. A troubling pattern emerges when examining the certifications held by Rockstar employees, particularly among senior members. At least 60 employees have completed a course called Unconscious Bias, with many of these certifications being awarded between 2020 and 2021, the same period during which Dan Houser left the company, which is basically this video about white people bad and the systems that keep the people of color down. So what is the course? The Unconscious Bias certification, as described on platforms like LinkedIn Learning, aims to teach participants to recognize and address unconscious prejudices they may hold. F yourself. While its stated goal is to foster inclusivity and fairness in workplaces, as if that isn't already there, the course has been widely criticized for its potentially divisive nature. The training focuses heavily on racial and gender dynamics, framing biases as something that predominantly privileged groups such as white employees need to address. It's this weird idea that because you're white, you're automatically racist. It's dumb. This can create an environment where some individuals feel unfairly singled out based solely on their identity. Critics of such courses argue that they perpetuate the very biases they claim to dismantle. For example, the unconscious bias training often emphasizes systemic racism that doesn't exist and privilege in ways that risk oversimplifying complex social issues. Instead of fostering unity, these courses can alienate employees by assigning collective guilt or blame to certain groups while portraying others as perpetual victims. Basically, because people with your skin color, white people, have done some bad things in the past, you are automatically bad because you are white. And because bad things happened to black people back in the day, you are automatically a victim because you're black. Such frameworks are not only reductive, but also inherently biased, ironically contradicting the course's own purpose. In Rockstar's case, the proliferation of this certification raises serious questions about the company's direction. So you can see it right there. 60 people have this garbage certification. It's weird. Why was such a course implemented widely around the same time key creative minds like Dan Houser and Leslie Benzies left? Because they probably stopped these people from doing these garbage courses, because obviously those two people were based. Furthermore, at least in my opinion, why does this training appear to be disproportionately targeted at white employees? Because they think all white people are racist, most likely. If the goal was true equality and inclusivity, why adopt an approach that inherently divides rather than unites? The timing of these certifications coinciding with major departures and significant shifts in company culture suggests a deeper issue. The adoption of such ideologies risks influencing creative decisions, potentially prioritizing corporate optics over the bold, unfiltered storytelling that once defined Rockstar, like what you could do in Red Dead Redemption with the nun and horses. For a company built on satire and irreverence, embracing such divisive practices could erode the very foundation of its identity. Another certification among Rockstar employees raises even more questions about the company's direction and the possibility of a shift towards political correctness. This certification, called Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging, appears to be more broadly distributed than the unbiased certification. Unlike the latter, which seems disproportionately aimed at white employees, the DIB certification spans multiple demographics within the company. According to LinkedIn Learning, the DIB course aims to promote inclusivity by fostering awareness and respect for diversity. Yeah, because I know. On the surface, this might seem well-intentioned, but critics argue that such programs often prioritize compliance over genuine understanding. Instead of creating meaningful change, they risk becoming performative measures designed to enhance corporate image. Additionally, such programs have been criticized for stifling creativity and open dialogue. By emphasizing politically correct behavior and language, they may discourage employees from taking creative risks or expressing unconventional ideas. You know, those things that GTA has always been known for. Taking absolute creative risks and not caring about offending anybody. For a company like Rockstar, whose identity has been long tied to bold satire, fearless storytelling, this shift in workplace culture could have significant consequences. The presence of both the unconscious bias and DIB certifications suggest cultural change with Rockstar. Such a transformation risks alienating loyal fans and undermining Rockstar's legacy as a provocateur in the gaming industry. Yeah, I don't, man, I just can't. Yeah, I don't understand why we're doing courses about race, about one race bad and the other race good. People of every race can be bad, people of every race can be good, and making these courses saying, oh, you're bad because you're white, or you should be a victim because you're black, is absolutely insane to me. They should just be able to do whatever they want with this game as far as the satire, as far as the storytelling, and just create a fun experience for people who've always enjoyed GTA, like myself. I've played GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 5. All fantastic experiences that have been created by Rockstar. So I don't understand why they think doing these weird certifications really gives anybody faith that this game isn't going to be woke. I don't believe it'll be woke. I believe it'll continue to do the satire it's always done. I believe that the game will be fine. It'll sell millions of copies. It'll break records. It'll probably sell more than GTA 5 because of how long the wait has been for this game and how much hype is surrounding this game. So, at the end of the day, I'm hoping it's not woke. I would love to play this game and enjoy it. Enjoy GTA for what it's always been. So, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below if you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.